Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Jai
Hare.
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Krishna,
Prabhu
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Nityananda Shri
Krishna,
Advaita
Hare Hare,
Gadadhara
Hare
Shivasadi
Ram,
Gaura
Ram Hare
Bhaktavinda
Hare.
Jai Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Sunday. It is the 12th of April. It is Madhusudana Masa, Vaishaka Masa, Krishna Paksham, Dasmi Tithi. So there is one Vaishnava today. So today is the disappearance day of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is the author of Chaitanya Bhagavata. So we shall read a few lines from Special Vaishnava Days. Okay, so from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Leela, chapter 11, the expansions of Lord Nityananda, text 54 and 55. Vrindavan Das Thakur, the son of Srimati Narayani, composed Sri Chaitanya Mangala, later known as Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata. Sri Vyasadeva described the pastimes of Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Vyasa of pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Vrindavan Das. In the purport, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur was an incarnation of Veda Vyasa and also a friendly covered boy named Kusuma Pida in Krishna Leela. In other words, the author of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, the son of Srivas Thakur's niece, Narayani, was a combined incarnation of Veda Vyasa and a covered boy Kusuma Pida. And from Chaitanya Charitamrita, in chapter 8, the author receives the orders of Krishna and Guru. In the text 33, it mentions, "O fools, just read Sri Chaitanya Mangala. By reading this book, you can understand all the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu." So Vrindavan Das Thakur's Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata was originally entitled Sri Chaitanya Mangala, but when Sri Lochan Das Thakur later wrote another book named Sri Chaitanya Mangala, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur changed the name of his own book, which is now, therefore, known as Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata. The life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very elaborately described in the Chaitanya Bhagavata, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has already mentioned, uh, informed us that in his Chaitanya Charitamrita he has described whatever Vrindavan Das Thakur has not mentioned. This acceptance of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata by Krishnadasa Kaviraj Goswami indicates his acceptance of disciplic succession. A writer of transcendental literature never tries to surpass the previous acharyas. Okay, one may try to find the following verses helpful in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 8, text 34 to 49. Okay, so that is about some information about Vrindavan Das Thakur from Chaitanya Charitamrita. So that's from Evan's perspective. So for now, we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Maitreya Muni is speaking to Vidura about Brahma's creation. So in the Brahma has created so many of those things, so many like Vidya, Dalam, Tapaha, Satyam, Dharmasya, iti padani cha, Ashramamsha Yata Sankyam, Asrijat Sahuritibihi, Varnashrama Dharmas, four Varnas, four Ashramas, and four legs of Dharma, and different kinds of sacrifices, and then four kinds of Brahmacharyam, four kinds of Grihastham, and four kinds of Vanaprastham, four kinds of sannyasa. And also he has manifest, he has created different kinds of the Tarka Shastras or Nyaya Shastras, law and order, moral codes, and different kinds of mantras. By those things, one can inquire about the Brahman. Okay, and also Omkara was manifested from his heart, the sound vibrations. And later on, different kinds of the literary expansions were manifested, literary expressions. Okay, there are 7 kinds of literary expressions. Tasya Vushnig Asilomabhyo Gayatri Cha Tvacho Vibhoho Trishtum Mamsad Sruto Anushtub and Jagati Asnaha Prajapatehe Majjayaha Panktirutpanna Bruhati Pranatu Abhavat. The different kinds of literary expressions. Vushnik, Gayatri, and Trishtub, and then Anustub, Jagati, and Pankti, and Bruhati. These are the 7 of the literary expressions. Okay, these were manifested. And today further Maitreya Muni mentions about the different kinds of the letters. And letters and notes, they were also manifested from Brahma. Okay, like the vowels and consonants, so these are all, and Sarigama Padani, these are all manifested from that. Likewise, Maitreya Muni is mentioning. We are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 12, and verse number 47. स्पर्शः तस्य अभवज्जीवः स्वरो देहावुदाहृता ओष्मानम् इन्द्रियाणि आहुः अन्तस्था बलमात्मनः स्वराः सप्त विहारेण भवन्ति स्म प्रजापतेः स्पर्शस्तस्य अभवज्जीवः स्पर्शः is the set of the letters स्पर्शः the set of letters starting from ka to ma. These are Kakagaganya, Chachadhani, Tatadadhana, Tatadhana, Papa Bhabhama. These are 25 letters. 25 letters are called Sparshaha. Tasya Abhavad Jivaha. And they were all manifested from his soul. Jivaha, from the life force. Swaro Deha Buddhahuruta. And the Swara. Swara is the vowels. They were manifested from his body. Swaro Deha Buddhahuruta. Voshmanam Indriyani Ahuhu. Voshmanam is the letters Sa, Sa, Sha, Sa. The 3 Sas are there. Sa, Sha, Sa, and Ha. These are called Voshmanam. Voshmanam Indriyani, they were manifested from the senses. Ahuhu, and they're called Voshmanam Indriyani Ahur. Antastha Bhalamatmanaha. Antastaha, the set of letters, so known as Ya, Ra, La, and Va. These are all called Antastas. The first 25 are called Sparshas, and later on Sa, they are called Voshmanas, and then these Antastas are Ya, Ra, La, Va. Antasta Balamatmanaha, and of his personal energy, self energy, Balam Atmanaha. Swaraha Sapta Viharena. Swaraha, the 7 notes. Swaraha Sapta, the 7 notes are music notes. Swaraha Sapta Viharena, the sensual activities. They were manifested by the sensual activities. Bhavantisma Prajapatehe, they became manifested. Prajapatehe, of the Lord of the living entities, Brahma. Okay, so this is Sparshaha Tasya Abhavad Jivaha Swaro Deha Udahruta Voshmanam Indriyani Ahur Antastha Bhalamatmanaha Swaraha Sapta Viharena Bhavanti Sma Prajapatehe. Okay, translation. Brahma's soul was manifested as the touch alphabets, his body as the vowels, and his senses as the um, sibilant alphabets, his strength as the intermediate alphabets, and his sensual activities as the 7 notes of music. Okay, purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Jai Mataji to read this purport, please?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. In Sanskrit, there are 13 vowels and 35 consonants. The vowels are... Shall I read in English? I suppose, yeah.
Mataji.
Okay.
Sanskrit ones.
Okay. Oh, A, I, U, Ru, no, Ru, La, I, O, and the consonants are Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, etc. Amongst the consonants, the first 25 letters are called as sparshas. There are also 4 antahasthas. Of the Ushma, there are 3 sas called Talavya, Murdhanya, and Dantya. The musical notes are Sara, Ga, Ma, Dhani. All these sound vibrations are originally called Shabda Brahma or spiritual sound. It is said, therefore, that Brahma was created in the Mahakalpa as the incarnation of spiritual sound. The Vedas are spiritual sound, and therefore there is no need of material interpretation for the sound vibration of the Vedic literature. The Vedas should be vibrated as they are, although they are symbolically represented with letters which are known to us materially. In the ultimate issue, there is nothing material because everything has its origin in this spiritual world. The material manifestation is therefore called illusion in the proper sense of the term. For those who are realized souls, there is nothing but spirit. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so here everything is Brahma. He is expanding Brahma Asurja Swabhukato Yushmanatma Paripsarya Chendo Maihatopo Vidya Yoga Yuktan Alam Patan. So again, this statement by Swayambhu Manu, he mentions that in order to Brahma expands, he has expanded himself by all this knowledge. Brahma Asurja Swamukato Yushman Atma Paripsaya, to expand himself. Chendo Maihatha Povidya, all this knowledge, Vedic knowledge is, everything is Brahma. In other words, everything is Brahma. All the Vedas. Vedas are also Brahma. Okay, so everything has got a spiritual potency. So it is not of ordinary thing. Okay, in the Sanskrit, these 13 vowels and the 35 consonants. So vowels are... So what is this letter? Is that this is A, I, U, Ru, and this one? This is A, I, O, Aha. There should be 2 more letters, but I do not know what this letter is. Can anyone say?
No, very. Looks like love, but it's not.
Anyway, thank you, Mataji. So, but in the Telugu language, there are 16 letters are there. It starts A, I, U, Ru, A, I, O, Aha.
Yeah, the same Gujarati, Hindi, I think, same.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, these are the vowels. These are 13 vowels in Sanskrit and 35 consonants. Starting from the Kakha, Gagha, Nya, Chacha, Jhaini, Tattara, Dhana, Tattara, Dhana, Papa, Bhama, Ya, Ra, in Telugu, another second Ra also comes. Ra, Ra, Allah, Va, Sa, Sha, Sa, Sa, Ha, Sha. 36 letters. So okay, there are two Ras, two Las are also the second La, second Ra. And then Ha and Ksha. So out of all these 36 letters in Telugu, but in Sanskrit, 35 letters are there. Out of these 35, the first 25 letters are called the Sparshas. And then there are Antastas. There are also 4 Antastas. And out of the Ushmas, there are three S's called, they're called Talavya, Murdhanya, and Dantya. Talavya, Murdhanya, and Dantya. These are Sa, Sha, Sa. Okay, so the musical notes Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Sa, Ri, Ga,
Is
Ma,
missing.
Pa, Dha, Ni. So it should be 7. Yes, Pa is missing. Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. And all these sound vibrations are originally called Shabda Brahma or spiritual sound. This is Bhagavan Shabda Gocharaha. So here to know about the Lord, we have to pronounce these the Sanskrit words. Then one can feel the presence of the Lord, the spiritual presence. Okay, so it is said therefore that Brahma was created in the Mahakalpa as the incarnation of spiritual sound. Again, out of there are so many kalpas are there. At least 30 kalpas are mentioned in the Bhagavatam, the 10th, second canto, 10th chapter. Okay, there Mahakalpa is one of it. So Brahma was created in the Mahakalpa as the incarnation of spiritual sound. The Vedas are spiritual sound, and therefore there is no need of material interpretation for the sound vibrations, okay, of the Vedic literature. That's why everyone throughout the world, we practically see throughout the world, Americans, Germans, Africans, and Russians, Ukrainians, Chinese, everyone. So they are able to take this one, the shlokas and prayers, everyone are doing it. It is natural, it is coming from everyone's mouth, the sound vibrations. They do not need it. But for other people who are not devotees yet, who are not familiar yet, for them the translation is needed. But actually, it is not needed for everyone to describe. Material descriptions are not required. So that's why the Vedas should be vibrated as they are, although they are symbolically represented with letters which are known to us materially. But sound vibrations perspective, no change. But a literary perspective or symbolic perspective, one may can understand, write differently, which is familiar for their understanding. Okay, so but in the ultimate issue, there is nothing material because everything has its origin in the spiritual world. Okay, and the other day when Mataji was asking whether this is Brahma's creation and Supreme Lord creation. So everything comes from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma is intermediate as a medium. Okay, so everything is in spirit. Everything comes from only one person, that is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, and the material manifestation is therefore called illusion in the proper sense of term. Material manifestation is therefore called illusion in the proper sense of term because this is a man-made thing. Thinking that, for example, if he is preparing something, prepare nice dish in the home, he may for time being he may say that I have done this one, but he has got ingredients from somewhere. He cannot say that I have produced by myself. But even if we say I have produced, but where does the seed comes? Again, the seed and the land and the water, these are natural again. Natural in the sense they're all manifestations of the Supreme Personality. One cannot explain, claim that I have done everything by myself. So here, if he says that, that is materialism. So material manifestation is therefore called illusion in the proper sense of the term. For those who are realized souls, there is nothing but the spirit. Okay, so again in the total in the cosmic being, the personality, the universal personality or cosmic being, he is a supreme personality. Whenever Lord has entered into the universe, he has entered into each and Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. There is no part that Lord is not there. Lord is fully the entire cosmic manifestation. Okay, there is no part which is void. So for everything is spirit. Okay, so here, but this is how we perceive this sound vibrations. It depends on one's constitutional position. If he's a materialistic person, he may not understand. He needs some kind of material layers on top of it, and then he may think a little bit. But actually, everything is spirit. That is a little bit of covered layers. But when we approach the sounds straight away, it is completely spirit. Yes, so that is from Srimad Purport, Srila Prabhupada's Purport. Okay, this is Sparshah tasya abhavat jivah swaro deha budahruta Voshmanam indriyani ahur antastha balamatmanah swaraha sapta viharena bhavanti sma prajapatehe. So that is the reason, instead of generally when we are discussing, we do not need too much of English explanations. If you are reciting one shloka, that sound vibrations itself, it will touch the heart. Automatically 90% of the understanding will go into the heart. But English is just only to fill up small gaps. Okay, that is power of this Vedic sounds. Okay, we shall go and recite this shloka. Can I request all devotees to follow line by line? Sparshah tasya abhavad jivah
स्पर्शः तस्याभवत् जीवः
swaro deha udahruta
स्वरो देह उदाहृतः
voshmanam indriyani yahur
Usmanam
उस्मानि आहुः
Indriya Ahur
antastha balamatmanah
अन्तस्था बलमात्मनः
Balamatmaha
swaraha sapta viharena
स्वराः
Raha
सप्तविहारेण
Saptaviharena
bhavanti sma prajapatehe.
भवन्ति स्म
Abandhi
प्रजापते
Prajapati
Okay. Spasastasya abhavajjivah
तस्य
Satasya
जीवः
Vadivaha
Jivaha
Sparshah tasya abhavajjivah
Vashah
तस्य
Shastasya
अभवत्
Abhavat
जीवः
Jivaha
swaro deha udahruta
Swaru Deha
देह
Udahruta
उदाहृतः
Udahata
voshmanam indriyani yahur
Ushmanam
उष्माणम्
Indriyani
इन्द्रियाणि
Indriyahu
antastha balamatmanah
Antastha
अन्तःस्था
Balamat
बलमात्मनः
Balamatmaha
swaraha sapta viharena
Svaraha
स्वराः
Saptaviharena
सप्तविहारेण
Saptaviharena
bhavanti sma prajapatehe.
Bhavanti
भवन्ति
Sma
स्म
Bhavantisma
Prajapatehe
Prajapatihi
Okay, once more. Sparshah tasya abhavajjivah
Vashah
स्पर्शः
Jivaha
तस्य अभवत्
Abhavat
जीवः
Jivaha
Jivaha
swaro deha udahruta
स्वरो
Swaru
Swarupe
देह
Deha Udahruta
उदाहृतः
Udharata
voshmanam indriyani yahur
Ushmanam
उष्माणि
Indriyana
Usmanam
इन्द्रियाणि
Indriyani
आहुः
Yahur
अन्तस्था बलमात्मनः
अन्तःस्थाबलम् आत्मनः
स्वराः सप्तविहारेण
वराह सप्तविहारेण
सप्तविहारेण
भवन्ति स्म प्रजापतेः.
भवन्ति स्म
भवन्ति
प्रजापतेः।
Beautiful. Can we request the devotees take your turn to recite? Sita Sundari Mataji, would you like to go first?
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji. Uh, no. Sparshastasya abhavjivaha sarvadeho udarata usmanam indriyani ahur antastha balam atmanaha
स्वराः सप्तविहारेण
No, the page. Sorry, I will go later, Prabhuji. Please, sorry.
Yes, sure, Mataji. Jai Mataji, please.
Yes, Hare Krishna. स्पर्शः तस्य भवाज् जीवः स्वरो देह उदाहरत उष्माणम् इन्द्रियाणि आहुर् अन्तः स्थाबलम् आत्मनः स्वराः सप्तविहारेण भवन्ति स्म प्रजापतेः. I think.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
कृष्ण स्पर्शः तस्य अभजीवः स्वरो देह उदाह्यत उष्माण इन्द्रियाण्याहुर अन्तस्था बलम् आत्मनः स्वरा सप्तविहारेण भवन्ति स्म प्रजापतेः.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Hare Krishna. स्पर्शस्तस्याभवज्जीवः स्वरो देवादाहुतम् उष्माणीन्द्रियाणि आहुर अन्तस्थाबलमात्मनः स्वराः सप्तविहारेण भवन्ति स्म प्रजापतेः.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Gauri Mataji, please. Gauri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. स्पर्शस्तस्य भवजीवः स्वरो देह उदारिता उस्मान् इन्द्रियान् अहुरन्तः अस्ताबलमात्मनः स्वरः सप्तविहारेण भवन्ति स्म प्रजापतिः. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Sita Sundari Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sparshastasya bhavajiva sarvadeha udarata usmanam indriyani ahur antasthabalam atmanaha saro sapta viharena bhavanti sma prajapate.
Very beautiful. Very nice. And also, would you like to read the translation as well, Mataji, please?
Yes, sure, Prabhuji. Brahma's soul was manifested as the touch alphabets, his body as the vowels, his senses as the sibilant alphabets, his strength as the intermediate alphabets, and his sensual activities as the seven notes of music.
Okay, so that is Spashyaha tasya bhavat jivaha swaro deha budahruta Ushmanam indriyani ahu antastha balamatmanaha Swaraha sapta viharena bhavanti sma prajapatehe. Okay, we shall move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Tamala Krishna. Jagrit Penna Mataji. Sorry, I just Jagrit Penna Mataji. Are you available to recite Mataji? Okay, Mataji is not available. Okay, shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, today letter to Tamala Krishna, April 13th, 1971, Bombay. Okay, can I request any unallocated devotees to read this letter, please?
Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Okay, today I got my iPad, the size okay, hopefully. Hare Krishna, if any mistake, please forgive me. My dear Tamala Krishna, please accept my blessing with the reference to your telephone conversation yesterday morning. I am suffering one check no CH. Is it chat, Prabhuji?
Check now.
CHD, yeah?
Yeah, yes, Mataji.
A T492826 for 8,300 rupees in favor of American Express Banking Corporation, Calcutta account express. There is no question of bill French because it is account paid. Conversation did suit in name of account Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder, Acharya of the International Society for a Krishna Consciousness at has 3 Alert Road, Kolkata 16. You should consult your friend Mr. Kasur Mukherjee or his friend Mr. Shah and make the deed nicely and send me a copy for my approval. The deed may be drawn in either English or a Bengali as in required, but be, be careful in every other detail in consultation with the pleader Kisar Mukherjee. You may inform Jaya Pataka Maharaja that he should purchase at least 25 bits and send them there immediately. Send them to the above given address. Hoping this will meet you in a good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. ACBSADB.
Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you.
Srila
Mataji.
Prabhupada ki jai. Forgive me if any
Jai.
mistake.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji, give me chance.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, any take points, devotees from this letter?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna everyone. Yeah, in this letter, Prabhupada is sending this money for making a deed, I think from the bank, and he has been asking Tamal Krishna Prabhu to purchase 25 beads and send it to him in Calcutta. That's all I understood, Prabhu.
Very beautiful, very nice. Thank you, Mataji, for summarizing that.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Would you also like to recite the shloka, Mataji? Jagrutanna Mataji and Hemlata Mataji.
Sorry, you asking me, Prabhuji?
They wanted to recite the shloka, Mataji. I'll repeat.
I try, Prabhuji.
Okay, so follow.
Supper,
I'll recite, you just follow.
oh,
Mataji.
sorry. Okay.
स्पर्शः तस्य अभवज्जीवः
Spastasya
Satasya
apavajivaha
Pavajivaha
स्वरो देह उदाहृत
Swaro Deha Udaharta
udahrita
वोष्मानम् इन्द्रियाणि याहुर्
Usmani
usman
Min
indriyani ahur
Indriyani Hurantaha
अन्तस्था बलमात्मनः
Antasta
antahas
Balata
balam
Balmanaha
atmanaha
Balam
स्वराः सप्त विहारेण
sarva sapta viharena
Swara Saptavyarana
भवन्ति स्म प्रजापतेः.
Bhavanti
bhavanti sma
Samaprajapate.
prajapatehe.
Okay. And Lata Mataji, would you like to recite?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Sparsha स्पर्शस्य भवजीवः स्वरो देहा उदाहृतः ओस्मानम् इन्द्रियाणि आहुर अन्तस्थाबलम् आत्मनः सर्वसप्ताविहारेण भवन्ति समा प्रजापतेः. हरे कृष्ण.
This is Swaraha Sapta Viharena Bhavanti Sma Prajapatehe.
स्वरा सप्ताविहारेण स्वरा सप्ताविहारेण भवन्ति स्म प्रजापतेः. Okay, thank you.
Jagritanna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, I will try. Sparsataya Tasya Avabhavaji Jivaha Swaro Deha Udahata Usmanam Indriyani Ahara Anantaha Stha Anantastha Anasta Balama Atmanam Swaraha Saptaha Viharena Pavanti Sama Prajapate. Sorry, Prabhuji, I don't know the rag.
Very nice, Mataji. You did very
Forgive me.
okay, very beautiful. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam and Prabhupada's letter. Okay, and from the announcements point of view, so today Sunday and evening we have a Japa session at 6:30 p.m. Apart from that, no other events. And day devotees, if you have got any updates or able to share anything, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall move on to Ramayana.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Name Pranam. I just want to we have just read Vrindavan Das Thakur is
Yes.
the Sri Sriminash, no, sorry, what's her name? Sita, I just forget his niece is Narayan Devi, isn't it?
Narayani, yes.
Devi. So at the time when she was child, she cannot like talk or like listen. But I think I heard like from like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's like blessing. She about to like talk and like listen everything, and then his son has become like Vrinda Das Thakur, and he has written like so many scriptures and everything. So it's the same, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji.
Srinath, what's his name, Prabhuji? Like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do the kirtan, Sridas Thakur, Srinivas Thakur, Srinivas.
Shrivas Thakur.
Yeah, Srinivas Thakur. Yeah. So that just did. So Narayan Devi, okay. So it's the
Yes.
same, isn't it? Mhm.
Yes. Mataji.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, I have a question. It's what we read, I think, this week earlier. It's about Brahmaji. It said somewhere, I don't know which verse it was, 30, 39 maybe, or that he can see the past, present, and future. So I thought it was only the Lord who could see. I didn't realize Brahmaji could also see the past as well. And then is Naraji another one of them as well, who can see past, present, and future? Two of them? Or no?
Past, present, and future, many people can see these transcendently realized souls. For example, Vyasadeva also Paravaradnyaha. So he sees past, present, and future. Brahma, Narada Muni, and some of the great sages, they have got that vision. They can see the future as well.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Prabhu, I have also one question. Like when Brahma was creating all jivas, highly elevated souls, I mean, even Lord Shivji and everyone. So we were made like Baddha Jeev. Why, Prabhu? What have we done? Why we were put in such a low category of jivas?
It is our consciousness. Brahma is giving only the bodies. It is based on our consciousness he will give. For example, if we have a children, very intelligent children, father may give a particular task for him. And then if he's, for example, giving a dresses. If he's a big child, he will give a big dress. If a small child, he will get a small dress. Likewise, when our consciousness is pure, we do not need all these things. Like whenever Krishna was born with all the dresses, he does not need any external dresses. When a spiritual body, spiritual soul, it doesn't need any material bodies. But when the soul has got a desire, then it needs a particular dresses in order to experience those pains and pleasures. So for that purpose, Brahma is giving appropriate dresses, that is bodies. It is our consciousness, our desires. Kamayesha, Krodayesha, Rajoguna Samudbhavaha. He wanted to dominate over the material nature. For that purpose, Brahma gives this appropriate body to the living entity.
Yeah, okay, Prabhu. But where were we that time residing?
We are all in the body of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. There, चतुरिकानां च सहस्रमप्सु स्वपन् स्वय उदितय स्वशक्त्या कालाप्यासित कर्मतन्त्रो लोकान् अपीतं ददृशे स्वदेहे. In the 8th chapter of 3rd canto, where it is described living entities in the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu's body. In the Garbhodaka ocean. Whenever the lotus flower it was sprout from the navel, all the living entities, okay, within that lotus flower stem, first Brahma comes. Along with Brahma, all the living entities also come out. But Brahma gets the body first, and then he would later on he gives the bodies to different living entities.
So he is basically doing the distribution job, huh?
Yes.
So Prabhu, did it happen after Mahapralaya? We went into Garbhodaksha Vishnu's body.
So whenever within this universe, for every millennium, whenever there is a devastation, we will go back to the body of Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. सवैकिलायं पुरुषः पुरातनो एकासीत् अविशेषात्मनि अग्रे गुणेभ्यो जगदात्मनेश्वरे निमीलितात्म निशिषुप्त शक्तिषु. Everyone goes into the body of the Lord. One of the beautiful slokas that Kauravendra Purasrinam Sarvasruti Manoharaha. Kauravendra, these Hastinapura women, they are glorifying Krishna. At the end of the millennium, all the living entities situate within the body of the Lord in the devastation period.
Okay, so we were sent directly to the earthly planet, no? From after our birth.
When we don't have any bodies, at that time we reside within the body of Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. Again, whenever that devastation is over, again Brahma, he wakes up from the lotus flower. But initially, the lotus flower comes and then Brahma comes. And once Brahma's day is finished, again he goes to sleep. So that lotus flower, it does not sprout every day. It has sprouted first time, later in Brahma, he sleeps there and then he wakes up and he sees the devastation, water like that. Again, he creates the living entities again from the fresh creation.
So we were not living in Vaikuntha. We never went there. It means we were always here in this
Correct.
earth. Birth and that cycle we have been facing since then.
Yes, yes. This universe is covered with the 7 layers: earth, water, fire, and wind and ether, and false ego, mahatattva. These 7 layers, because we are still in the bodily conception. Otherwise, we would be in the spiritual planets.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Like, it's a small question. Like, so when, according to our karma, according to whatever I did and the consciousness, as you said, we get the body. But like first time when God has created Himself, and then first time there is no karma or nothing. So how everybody get that body individually? Like first creation, like when God have came and He just decided, there was nothing at all, and then first human or whatever, at that time how there was decided according to consciousness, but there was no consciousness. It's just a first body or first or soul was manifested or something like that. So at that time, how everybody get the different body and how?
It's a very beautiful question, Mataji. So for this one, we may find the answers in the Golok Vrindavan. Okay, so here in this Brahma Kanda, it is described here. Important. So it is described in the Golok Vrindavan. So before this universe get manifested here, the earth and everything get manifested, there is no material nature manifested. So during that time, so here there is a further things of it is mentioned here. Let me just Brahma Kanda, Prakriti Kanda, Ganpati Kanda, Shri Krishna Janma Kanda. Okay, it comes from the Brahma Kanda, I think 3rd chapter or this is the prayers and then further positions and definitions. So first of all, there is not even Vaikuntha planets. Only Krishna was there. Only Krishna was there. Let me just go a little bit. So here, chapter 2, the position of Goloka and its description and the definition of divinity of Shri Krishna. So here, the Saunaka said, "O son of Suta, so which is the astonishing and the unprecedented Puranas you have come across? You better narrate the Brahmanda in detail to enlighten us on the various subjects dealt with therein." Okay, so this is very beautiful question. Thank you. This is very small letters. I'm going to read that one. Let me just. So he said, I bow in deference at the feet of the glorious teacher Vyasa. Then, after bowing at the feet of Vishnu, the Brahmanas, I am going to narrate the ancient religion, the sacred Brahmakanda, which was recited to me by Vyasa. It destroys the darkness of the ignorance. So it starts from there. So comes down here. So below there is again Krishna is Goloka. This particular paragraph, it is very small letters trying to. So here Brahmana, there was a ball of light in the beginning. Ball of light in the beginning. After the dissolution, the luster of which resembled crores of suns, the same ball of light was quite vast and had been cause of the universe. The light of the self-born Lord is full of luster. All the three worlds are enshrined in this ball of light quite pleasantly. O Brahmana, the Goloka is located above all the three worlds, which is eternal like the Lord himself. It is spread globe. Sorry, it is spread globe. It is quite illustrious and its land is studded with gems. The yogis cannot visualize it even in dream. So the Vaishnava not only visualize it but also achieve it. The great soul has practices. The Goloka is free from bodily ailments, mental ailments, death, grief, and terror. Its grandeur it is increased by innumerable gem-studded vast mansions at the time of dissolution. Lord Krishna alone resides there. During the normal times, the palace is crowded with the cowards and cowardesses. So again, I will read. So during the normal times, the palace is crowded with the cowards and cowardesses. Okay, that means in other times only Krishna is alone there. So below is the Goloka. Below the Goloka Vrindavana, at the distance of 50 crores of Yojana, Vaikunta is located to its south, Sivaloka, southeast Sivaloka, located to its south, and Shivaloka is located to the west. Both the Vaikunta and Shivaloka are as beautiful as the Goloka. Vaikunta is located in a circular way covering an area of crores of yojanas. Okay, this is a description of Goloka Vrindavan. And further, it is describing the beautiful form of Krishna in a two-handed form, Venum Kwanantam Arvinda Dalayaksham. Okay, that one it is described here, and further down in the chapter 3. So here Krishna, by looking at that, there is no people, no coward boys, no coward girls. So during that time, Krishna decided to create further all the living entities, and he creates Narayana, he creates Lord Shiva, he creates Brahma, he creates Dharma, and then Saraswati, and then goddess of fortune and Prakriti, and then Radharani also manifested from body of Krishna. So later on, they all glorify Krishna. Later on, in order to expand further, their very beautiful style pastimes gets manifested. So they're all we can see here. So many chapters are there. It expands from there. But how living entities come into the Brahma, he is creating the universe. He is creating the universe. When he was injected, when he was instructed by the Lord to go and create, there are further pastimes, but according to the consciousness, why living entities get different bodies. So here Prabhupada gives they tend to have dominating over the material nature, that kind of desire. Living entities have got a desire to dominate over the material nature. Okay, that one it was Prabhupada has nicely given because they are all part and parcel of Krishna. So part and parcel of Krishna. So whatever Krishna has got, living entities also have got a desire to to experience that happiness or something. So that they're also minute and also independent. Minute and independent. Okay, so this one here it is described. What is that shloka come? Naitad batadesha padam tavepsitam ipsitam. Ipsitam. Maybe next 21 chapter, I think. Yes, Naitad Batadisha Padam Tavepsitam Yanmayanaha Tanusya Bhota Sukshmam Anugrahaya Astu Api Yadhi Maya Lasatulasya Bhagavad Vilakshitaha. So here we how big okay, it is a small would you like to read the translation and purport, Mataji?
Hare Krishna. My dear Lord, although it is not your desire, you manifest this creation of gross and subtle elements just for our sensual satisfactions. Let your causeless mercy be upon us, for you have appeared before us in your eternal form, adorned with a splendid wreath of tulsi leaves. It is it is clearly stated here that the material world is not created by the personal will of Supreme Lord. It is created by his external energy because the living entity want to enjoy it. This material world is not created for those who do not want to enjoy sense gratification, who constantly remain in transcendental loving service and who are eternally Krishna's consciousness. For them, the spiritual world is eternally existing, and they enjoy there. Elsewhere in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that for those who have taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this material world is useless because this material world is full of danger at every step. It is not meant for the devotee, but for living entity load who wants to load it over the material energy at their own risk. Krishna is so kind that he always the sense enjoying living entity, a separate world created by him to enjoy as they like. Yet at the same time, he appears in his personal form. The Lord unwillingly creates this material world, but he descends in his personal form or send one of his reliable sons or a servant or a reliable author like Deva to give instruction. He himself also instruct in his speeches speech. He himself also instruct in his speech of Bhagavad Gita. This propaganda works goes on side by side with the creation to convince the misguided living entity who are rooting in the material world to come back to him and surrender unto him. Therefore, the last instruction of Bhagavad Gita is this: give up all your manifested and engagement in the material world and just surrender unto me. I shall protect you from all sinful reactions. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yeah, very nicely. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is whenever now if you hold on to this particular position, to this paragraph, in the Golok Vrindavana, Krishna was alone there, and then he creates so many of these covered boys, covered girls, demigods, and everyone for his enjoyment. For his enjoyment, they are all to cooperate to Krishna. But because Krishna wanted to enjoy, whenever all the living entities are also created by Krishna there in the spiritual world, they're all meant for having Sat Chit Ananda. But some of the living entities, they desire that I also wanted to be like Krishna. I also wanted to enjoy like Krishna. Instead of cooperating with Krishna, they also wanted to separately enjoy from Krishna. And then for those living entities who have got uh, separated desires, for them, this universe is getting created, material universe is getting created. In the material universe itself, it is which is 1/4 of create cosmic manifestation. That means 3/4 in the spiritual world. Out of every 4 living entities, 3 people are cooperating through Krishna, 1 person. If in a home, if a father begotten 4 children, 3 children are cooperating to the father's desires and his enjoyment. But one child may think that why should I wanted to go on my own? Please give me separate wealth, separate my property. So then probably what father does, he will arrange something separately so that child you can go there. And when you are exhausted with yourself, maintaining yourself and all the stuff, and but still father persuades him to just come and join with us, come and join with us. Okay, this is generally analogy, but the spiritual world, this is material father and children, these are temporary, but Krishna is the eternal there. All living entities are eternal in the kotastu akshara uchyate. Bhaumau purushau loke kshara akshara evacha. There it is mentioned ksharaha sarva bhutani kotastu akshara uchyate. And living entities which are falling, which have tendency to fall down. That means they are wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna. They are called Kshara. They fall down from the spiritual world to the material world. And rest Akutastu Akshara Uchyate, the remaining living entities, the 3/4 of living entities in the spiritual world, they are Kotastha, always with the Lord. They enjoy the blissfulness. It is only the desire, tend to they desire to enjoy separately from Krishna. That is the starting point for the fall down. Hare Krishna Mataji. And now
Very nicely. Yeah, Prabhuji. Yeah. So it's our fault. Like we want to have enjoy material.
yes.
And that's why I got that first time also. Yeah.
Yes. Again, whenever the spiritual master is speaking, undertaking initiations to the disciples, so during that time, disciple is surrendering everything himself onto spiritual master. That means he does not have any personal reservations. He does not have any personal reservations. So here he practices here as a disciple. Later on, because of he is so humble, Trunadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishna Amanina Manadena Ketaniha Sadaharihi. When he is completely no more personal reservations, then he will be cooperating with the desires of spiritual master. Cooperating to the desires of spiritual master. Whatever spiritual master says, that's it, I will carry out. Likewise, whatever Krishna says, I will do it. Whatever Krishna likes, I will do it, like gopis. Again, aligning ourselves, all our desires in cooperating to Krishna. Anukulyena Krishnanu Bhaktiruttama. That is called Krishna. That is what Krishna expects us to be, like that. No more personal reservation. Oh, I don't want to do it. I have got some personal things, like that. Of course, there are material duties, but in a very high level, whenever it comes to the overall view of the life. So we must be cooperating to the Lord and spiritual master. Here, spiritual master, he guides.
Like a spiritual master is the representation of God, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay, so we did not listen to God, but now, yeah, spiritual master. Just that. Thank
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful question. Thank you so much. Okay, any other questions, or we shall move to next Ramayana? Okay, so now coming back to Ayodhya, not Ayodhya. So from Ayodhya to Kishkinda. So where nearer to Kishkinda, so Lord Ramchandra and Lakshmana, they are in the, it is the Prashrava mountains. So they are in the Prashrava mountain and outside of the Kishkinda. So in the Kishkinda, Sugriva is now king there, and along with Hanuma, Angada, and many other. So they are living, and later on, in search of Sita Devi, uh, Sugriva has sent his minister, his agents to go and bring all other monkey soldiers from all over the world, bring them here so that we will start the search for Sita Devi. So he has done on the instruction of Hanuman. So meanwhile, also Rama also has sent Lakshmana to go and see what Sugriva is up to. And if he has not done anything, so by the time itself, Rama was a bit not happy. And looking, Rama is not happy. Lakshmana was very furious what Sugriva is doing here. And then he has vent his anger and all of his frustration about Sugriva's actions. And his condition was also like that. But however, Tara has come, and then she pacified a little bit. And later on, he understood that Sugriva has already sent this agent. Then he became calm down. But Rama has told him to, but Sugriva is our friend. He is a monkey. Do not show your anger there. But still, Lakshman, he has vent his anger there. But it is in the service of Ramchandra. Like Hanuman was engaged to go and find Sita, but he has burnt Lanka. Okay, but that is service of Ramchandra as well. Okay, but those things will be adjusted in the spiritual realizations, in the spiritual path. Okay, they can be accommodated. So here, okay, so this is now Sugriva. This one also. Can anyone mention that last, which paragraph or last statement what we have discussed? Any?
I think we need to start within a few minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Mataji. So we shall all read 2 paragraphs or page of paragraphs. Any request, Gauringi Mataji, to read the first 2 paragraphs, Mataji? Okay, if Mataji, Hemlata Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Mm. Within a few minutes, Lakshman was led into Kishkinda by Angad and Hanuman. Still fuming, the prince surveyed the city. Great mansions and temples lined with the wild avenues, each building set with the celestial jewels of every description. The city was illuminated by the jewels' glow. Rivulets flowed by the avenues, and groves of trees grew here and there, yielding all kinds of delightful fruits. As he went along the main highway, Lakshman saw the large white palaces of chief monkeys. They shone like clouds lit by sun. Long wreaths of flowers hung from those palaces, and scent of aloe and sandalwood issued from the latticed windows. Lakshman was led into Sugriva's palace, the most magnificent of all. After passing through seven heavenly gates, he entered Sugriva's inner chambers. Here and there were numerous gold and silver couches spread with costly silk covers. Many beautiful Vanaras ladies wearing garland and gold ornament moved about their anklets tinkling. As they reached Sugriva's private chamber, Lakshman heard the strains of celestial music from within. He became even more annoyed with Sugriv. The insolent monkey was reveling while Rama suffered agony. Lakshman twanged his bowstring, and the sound reverberated through the entire palace. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. I think I felt we have read all these things, and also Sugriv also Tara spoke to Lakshman as well.
Yeah, no, because last week you said, oh, we will now see the entry of Tara.
Okay, yeah, sure, Mataji. Okay, would you like to read next page, Mataji, please?
Yeah. Tara rose up and went out of the room. The gold string of her
This
sorry. Sugriv was startled. Realizing at once that Lakshman has arrived, he spoke urgently to Tara, who sat by his side. Go quickly and greet Lakshman. He will never display anger in the presence of a woman. Pacify him with gentle words. Only when I will be able to face him. Tara rose up and went out of the room. The gold string of her girdle hung loose, and she tottered slightly from intoxication. Bending her slender body low, she covered her head with her cloth and respectfully greeted Lakshman. As soon as he saw Tara, Lakshman looked down modestly. His anger abated as Tara spoke gently. My lord, what gives rise to your angry mood? Who has disobeyed your order? Who has recklessly gone before a forest fire while it rushed towards a thickest of dried trees? Hare Krishna. Shall I carry on, Prabhu?
just one paragraph,
Okay.
Mataji.
Still annoyed, Lakshman replied, this husband of yours appears to have forgotten his duty. He seems intent only on pursuing pleasures. For months have already passed since Ram left, and we still see no sign of Sugriv keeping his word. He remains drunk here, enjoying with you and unaware of the passage of time. O Tara, drinking is always condemned by the wise as the root of irreligion. Please remind Sugriv of his religious obligations. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, we shall read, and then later on we can come back and then reflect on the realizations or any comments. Next, Jay Mataji, would you like to read next page, Mataji, please?
Up to his feet?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Tara begged Lakshman to forgive Sugriva. After all, he was but a monkey. It was no surprise he had fallen a victim to lust. Even great sages in the forest were sometimes overcome by desire. What then of a monkey living among beautiful women? One under the sway of carnal desire loses all sense of time and place. Forgetting his duty, he casts decorum to the winds and absorbs himself in pleasure. Tara told Lakshman that Sugriva was regretful. He was always Rama's devoted servant, and he longed to fulfill Rama's order. Even now he was waiting eagerly to speak with Lakshman. Tara led Lakshman into Sugriva's chamber. As the prince entered the apartment, he saw Sugriva seated on a golden couch next to his wife Ruma. He was surrounded by youthful Vanara ladies adorned with shining jewels and heavenly garlands. His eyes were bloodshot and his limbs were smeared with sandal paste. Sugriva's costly silk garment hung loose on his powerful body, and Vali's brilliant gold chain shone from his chest. Seeing Sugriva absorbed in sensual delights, Lakshman's anger was rekindled. His eyes opened wide and his lips set in a firm line. The furious prince breathed heavily and wrung his hands, looking with blood-red eyes at Sugriva. The Monkey King jumped from his couch, like a tall flag suddenly raised in honor of Indra. He went before Lakshman with folded palms and bowed at his feet. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we shall move on to read and then we'll come back at the end to the story goes. Meena Mataji, would you like to read the next page, Mataji, please?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Lakshmana addressed him is from here, isn't it?
Yes.
Lakshmana addressed him in anger tones. Who is more hard-hearted than he who makes a false promise to a friend, especially when that friend has done him a great favor? O Lord of the monkeys, one who ungratefully falls to repay the service of friend deserves to be killed. Lakshmana quite forgot Rama's request to first speak kindly to Sugriva. He glared at him. This selfish monkey deserved no pity. He lay here at ease while Rama was pining away. Lakshmana vented his fury, his voice uh, thundering about Sugriva's spacious chamber. Ingratitude is the worst of all sin. O thoughtless one, you are lustful and a liar. You have achieved your own ends, made some empty promise, and then simply abandoned yourself to pleasure. Surely you will regret your omissions when Rama's blazing arrow speed towards you. Before long, you will meet with Valis again. Tara again bridged Lakshmana to be patient. Sugriva was an ordinary being subject to the sway of his sense. No one could easily evade the strong urge of the body. Even the great Vishwamitra had once lost himself in sexual pleasure for 100 years, thinking it to be a day. Sugriva had now been awakened to his duty. He has taken action and sent out many monkeys to raise an army to find Sita. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful. Okay, we shall move to the next page as well. Can I request Sita Sundari Mataji to read next page, please?
Yes, Prabhuji. So it is Tara spoke passionately to the angry Lakshman. Vali told me there are 100 million powerful Rakshasa in Lanka. This must be overcome, yet Ravana is to be defeated. Therefore, Sugriva is now amassing for a force sufficient to encounter all the Rakshasas. The army will be ready within some days. Do not be angry. The search for Sita will soon begin. Lakshman was pacified when he heard that Sugriva had already made arrangement. He nodded his head and relaxed. Seeing Lakshman relaxing, Sugriva said, "Everything I have depends upon Rama. How can I ever repay him? Rama all alone is powerful enough to recover Sita and is merely using me as his instrument. This again is his kindness on me. I only wish to serve him in whatever way I can. Please forgive me any transgression on my part, for there is no servant who is without fault." Lakshman began to feel ashamed of his angry outburst. He spoke kindly to Sugriva. "With you as his supporter, my brother is blessed in every way. O gallant monkey, I feel sure he will soon destroy his enemy with your assistance. Please forgive my harsh words, for I am sorely affected by my brother's plight." Will I continue, Prabhuji?
Just one more paragraph, Mataji.
Yeah. Lakshman asked Sugriva to come with him to see Rama. Sugriva immediately had a large palanquin fetched and be mounted it along with Lakshman. Accompanied by Sugriva's minister, they departed towards uh, Parsha, pra, what is Prashravana.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so we shall again move to further one more page. Gauringi Mataji. Jagrit Kanna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Would you like to read this page, Mataji?
Sorry, Prabhuji.
Would you like to read this?
Yeah, Prabhuji. The golden palanquin, covered by white canopy, was carried swiftly toward to the mountain where Rama waited. Conches and kettle drums were sounded as the procession of sorry, Prabhuji.
Procession of monkeys.
Processions of monkeys moved in state. Sugriva was surrounded by many were like monkeys bearing weapon in bearing, isn't it, Prabhuji? Bearing weapons in their hands. He was fed on both sides by his servant and you lose it by herds, and they traveled. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. Sorry for any
Thank you,
mistake.
Mataji. Do we have Gauringi Mataji? Okay, Usha Mataji, please, would you like to read next page, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, Hari Krishna.
They soon arrived at Rama's cave. Sugriva jumped from the palanquin and prostrated himself at Rama's feet, who lifted the monkey and embraced him with love. Rama seated Sugriva on the ground and sitting next to him, spoke in a gentle voice. A wise king is he who pursues in their proper order religion, wealth, and pleasure, all- allotting proper time to each. He who pursues only pleasure, neglecting the other two, wakes up after falling like one asleep on a treetop. The king who wins pious allies and destroys sinful foes gains great religious merit. O Sugriva, the time has come for you to make an effort for merit. What then has been done, O king? Sugriva replied that he was ever indebted to Ram for his kindness and favor. The Vanara king explained how he had dispatched thousands of monkeys to gather an army. Soon there would be millions of fierce monkeys, bears, and baboons gathering at Kiskindha. All of them were sprung from the lines of gods and Gandharvas, and all were terrible warriors capable of changing their forms at will. Sugriva would have at his command a vast army, countless in number. They would quickly find Ravana, completely uproot him, and recover Sita. Rama was delighted as he looked like a blue lotus in full bloom. He embraced Sugriva tightly. It is no surprise that one of your caliber renders such good to his friends. With you by my side, I shall easily conquer my enemies, O Sugriva. You are my greatest well-wisher and are fit to help me in every way. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Garinge Mataji. Okay, if Mataji is not available. Okay, so until this point, starting from Lakshmana goes to the chambers of Sugriva. So to reflect on that one, Jai Mataji, would you like to enlighten us, Mataji, on that point? So far, any takeaway points, what needs to be in a day-to-day applications in our life?
Oh, okay, so if I can just summarize very quickly, we start from maybe Tara's entry, how she came in and how she calmed Lakshman, because Lakshman was very angry, and probably that was justifiable because he always followed the path of dharma. But so he was angry at Sugriva for neglecting his duties, and Tara wanted to calm the situation down. So you told us before, Tara is one of the 5, is it the Panchsatis or
Panchakanyas.
sorry, Prabhuji?
Panchakanyas.
Panchakanya. Okay, Panchakanyas. And so it's Tara, Draupadi, Sita, Ahalya, and Mandodari. And they always have personified sort of like uh, intellect, buddhi, calmness, or staying true, pure, sincere. Those are the qualities of those Pancha Kanyas. And Tara is one of them. And Tara was sent by Sugriva because he knew that Lakshman would be calmed down. So Tara is saying to Lakshman, don't get angry, give Sugriva a bit of a chance. He is still very loyal to Ram, And we've seen examples that, Sugriva got obviously waylaid by sense gratification. And there was a mention that even the sages in the forest also gets, distracted. An example was given of Vishwamitra and Menka, and we've heard of Sobhri Muni, and even Shiva and Parvati. Then there was a Risha's child who was taken, that was to do with Dashrath. That was to do with Ramayana as well, where he was enchanted by the damsels and then taken so that the sacrifice could be done, and then Dashrath gives his daughter in marriage. So we've seen examples like that. So Tara was trying to say that, Sugriva has gone through a lot of hardships in his life before he was fighting with Vali and all that. So he's gone through a lot of hardships, how he fought and how Vali was angry. So give him a chance. He got maybe waylaid a little bit, but he's always been going to be true to Ram, and he will fulfill his promise. So Katara calmed him down. Then Lakshman then also was saying to Sugriva that you, as a friend, you should not have forgotten your duties. True friend always not only forgets the friendship and stays loyal to the friends, but they also follow the dharma, and it looks like you forgot that. So Sugriva was asks for forgiveness, but he says that I've already sent thousands of vanaras around to gather the army, and I'm going to have the army in the size of millions. Then Lakshman then obviously calms down when he sees the endeavor, when he sees that Sugriva had tried. So he calms down, and then he says, okay, let's go and meet up with Rama. So when he goes to when they go and see Ram quickly embraces him. And that's such a lovely thing to do, that anyone who has made a mistake, you just go and forgive them, you embrace them, show them your mercy. So we see different things here. We see different characters. One who is very angry, but because of dharma. One who had forgotten his duties a little bit because he got too much attached to sense gratification. And then the other one who brings calmness, who, because Tara sees long term, she sees the whole situation, she assesses, she knows what should be done, what was not done. So we see all different characters with different qualities coming in. And Ram, obviously, at the end, he's a true merciful Lord. So he gets up, embraces him, and he was very happy that Sugriva had, especially when Sugriva had said that, I'm already in the process of doing all that. So we see all that here, and how merciful the Lord is. But there was a lovely statement here as well. I've forgotten. I think it was up, slightly up, I think, where he says the dharma, I think, from what I remember, that everything has to be balanced. You have to do as a king, because Sugriva was a king. He said, as a king, you have to do everything. You have to do your dharma, artha, kam, moksha, everything in proper balance. That was quite a nice statement there, that yes, you may get, you may enjoy your sense gratification, but do not neglect your duties. Your duty as a king, your duty towards your dharma, that should not ever be forgotten. And in modern life, in our life as well, we should not forget our duties as well. We should do our prescribed duties according to our varnashram dharma, do our duties. Even in a household, we should do our duties, but then continue to elevate ourselves spiritually as well. So do everything side by side. And in terms of anger and everything. So maybe in a household we may see difference of opinion. Characters maybe sometimes get flared up or angry or something, but there always has to be someone who has to calm the situation down, who has to balance everything, and respect everybody's opinion within a household. And we've seen here as well that sometimes in the modern world, so we've seen the current situation about the wars, countries fighting, there is always somebody as a mediator. So we've seen lately with, the war between USA and Iran and everything, and Pakistan is trying to be like a mediator, which is fine as well. Somebody has to calm the situation down. Somebody has to, make both parties respect each other's views and come to some sort of balance and agreement and compromise. There always has to be compromise between relationships, between countries, and in everything we do as well. So that's the statement that was quite powerful. Prabhuji, there was so much we covered today. And then here Sugriva is saying that he is not forgotten. He has not deep down not forgotten that Ram was the one who saved his life, and not only saved his life, made him a king as well. So it was two things. And Sugriva deep down hasn't forgotten. It's just momentary lapse of that judgment and character where he got swayed by the sensual gratification. I think, Prabhuji, but there are some lovely Gita verses we could see as well, when someone gets very attached to anger and lust. So the three gates to hell, it's said in Gita, the lust, anger, and greed, they are the three gates to hell. And in here we could see that the Warner lead was too much into sensual gratification, so that was too much of lust, and then that leads to anger as well, and then that leads to your memory getting bewildered, because then you don't end up making the right. So he was also into intoxication for that while they were enjoying. So that also gets your memory to be disrupted a little bit, and you don't then make the correct judgment and correct decisions as how you should as a king, or how as one should do in a life as well, in our family life, and in our work life as well. Sometimes we get angry at other people and with our colleagues, but we should respect other people's opinions and look at situation calmly and see the bigger picture as well. Prabhuji, sorry. And that last one here, Ram also was saying that with you as by my side, I'm now I'm like, rest assured, I am not worried at all now that you are with me, and I'm sure that we will achieve success. So that was it as well, that Ram was so delighted that Sugriva had come back to him. And we've seen so many situations like that where people are forgiven as well, and people ask for forgiveness in their life. So I can't think of anything more, Prabhuji. It's just a small summary.
Okay, very beautiful, Mataji. Very nicely summarized everything. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, let us hear from other devotees as well.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I just have to go, but I just want to point, like Aina Mataji has explained everything so nicely, like, step by step. But so it's so nicely she just explained. But like just one small point, I just was like catch here, like touch that Ram himself has condemned win this, but he just want to give the credit to his devotee. Similarly, in Kurukshetra as well, Krishna, because of the Bhagavad Krishna, they have won the war, but he wants to give the credit to the Pandava. And but at the end, he just Ram doesn't want to help. Even the Sugriva, he himself can fight with Ravana, but and the same thing in Kurukshetra as well. But at the end, there was a Ghatotkacha who has seen everything, and when they were asked how they have win this battlefield, how they this win at that time, Ghatotkacha, I think Bhisma's not Bhisma, Bhim's son, he has seen all this youth, and he said that because of the Krishna they won this battle. So I just say God wants to give the credit to his devotee all the time. So
Mataji, that is such a beautiful point, and I thought about that earlier as well. In fact, it was written there as well, and I was thinking about that because you are so right. Because we were reading about the creation today. In fact, the Lord himself could have done everything himself, but he then assigned different tasks to, so that the secondary creation could be done. So I was thinking of that as well. But yes, such a lovely point. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful.
thank you, sorry.
Okay. It's not Ghatotkacha, it is Ghatotkacha's son. It is Bhima's grandson, that is Barbarika or Katush.
Babarika, this was a Khatusham, we call in Jaipur. There was a temple, Khatusham. But
He is Bhima's grandson.
oh yeah, but there is Khatusham is the same, isn't it? There is a place called near Jaipur, Khatusham, and he is the Barbary, but they have called him Khatusham, and Barbary. Okay, but Ghatotkacha has killed so many at the time. At the time, Karna has to use his weapon to kill Ghatotkacha. Otherwise, Ghatotkacha has killed everybody.
Yeah.
Night time, Krishna has asked him to fight. That is Ghatotkacha. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ruchi. So correct me.
Okay, very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing those pastimes. Yes, Krishna is doing, here Rama is doing, everyone is aiding. So Rama is going to give credit to all the Vanaras. Very beautiful. Thank you so much. Hemlata Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hemlata Mataji. Okay, Sita Sundari Mataji.
It was explained very nicely by Jayabit Mataji, and Meenakshi Mataji also added. So I don't find anything to add. Yeah, the only to acknowledge that always God likes to manifest his devotees' power and reputation. So that is what here find. And Sugriva also, apparently we found that he was forgotten, but he arranged at the same time, he enjoyed. Yeah, that is the materialistic bodily conception, or we have also desire. So it's not and Tara here explained, and it is the duty of a wife also to save his husband, and she did that part very nicely. She begged, apologized to Lakshmana, and she explained everything to pacify him. Then when because he's not only supported, but it is also the duty of wife to mm, how can I tell that, to support to support. Otherwise, no man can do by himself. So Tara, she did her duty as well. And this is the also when Lakshmana was very angry, and but Rama, he didn't show his anger or anything. He was so like he everything accepted and waited patiently. But for Lakshman, it was not, because he cannot accept anything bad or any disrespect or any uh, uh, what the word can be, like disrespect or uh, he was thinking that Sugriv, he is not giving them importance, and he was like selfish. Whenever his part is achieved, now he is enjoying and he forgot. But Sugriva was, Tara also mentioned that he didn't forget, and he is not, he is grateful as well. He arranged everything. So when uh, Tara explained, at that time, Lakshmana felt ashamed, and Lord Ram, he is always kind, and he is Bhakta Vatsalya. So he forgave him and accepted him nicely. So it will be the continuation maybe later on. Hare Krishna.
So beautiful, Mataji. Right. In one point, what we see here, whenever one person is very angry, we do not go with the exact answer to stop that anger. When the water flow of water is coming, we cannot start to build something. So there may be a bit uh, disturbances in the circumstances. But here Tara is slowly calming down. First of all, asking for forgiveness and telling the nature of monkey, and then gradually pacifying step by step, and then finally asking forgiveness and everything else. Then she mentions that yes, Sugriva has already arranged. So that is slowly coming and finally gives the answer. Then that is how we need to take it. Otherwise, if you immediately do something, stop. If one person is straight away answering, asking questions with anger, if he gives straight away answer, but immediately it may not be satisfied. That anger must be calmed down first. Here, not the actually the people, the nature, and what they are actually in this material world, especially who are not in the devotional services. People are so likewise in even in this world circumstance, the leaders, it is one person is claiming that I am the peacemaker and Nobel Prize, it needs to come to me. I am stopping all the, but actually he's doing for what? This is for the fame. And when his endeavors, he fails something, some opposite comes, he thinks that it is his enemy. But there are no one enemies. Everyone are trying to protect their own personal interests, personal subjects, their own country's interest. No one is enemy, no one is a friend. But here, what is this? His personal fame. When there is obstacle happens, then that is what he thinks that okay, why he is not, he is my enemy. But actually, it is not opposite person. It is the self, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, machara. These are internally, these are our enemies. If we are not able to control, a leader should be able to control all of these things. Otherwise, he is not fit to stay in that position, ruining everyone's happiness and peaceful life. So, but it is anger. Anger needs to be pacified with slow and calm motions, with love, lots of love. And here, forgiveness and calming down. And again, Sugriva also bowed down at the feet of Lakshman later on. That also we see it. And later on, the answers were given. And in the homes, whenever something angry comes, we need to calm down first, and then later on, slowly, with our lots of love, then we can give the answers. We would not immediately give the answers when they are angry. First of all, the anger needs to be abated. Okay, very beautiful. And Tara is very beautifully making those steps, adjusting the circumstances. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Hemlata Mataji, are you available, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yes, now. Yeah, I don't have anything to add, Prabhu, but what I understood is that Lord, He invests His energies into all the characters so that they can perform the task given to them perfectly. That's what I understood. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Yes, so he gives the energy as well to all his devotees. Okay, Usha Mataji, you wanted to reflect anything, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Not really, Prabhu, but the Mataji explained very nice things. It has very Mataji explained. The one point is that how they changing the form about that when they go to the battlefield, like they said, Vanara, they were Gandharvas and Kinnaras, and they changing that forms in the lion, the monkey and baboons and everything. So that things in here that the people are changing the not changing the form, but they're changing the mentality. So how the way that the Lord give the power to they can change the forms. Yeah. And then yes, in the real life also have the way to life has to that Mataji explained to support the husband. And then yeah, so nothing much to it about. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Jagrit Jana Mataji, you wanted to add any comments, Mataji, or any reflections?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Everybody covered every point. That's why I want to understand one thing is Rama was delighted and he looked like a, a blue lotus in full bloom. I don't understand this line. Is Rama?
Yes, so Rama naturally he is in a Shama color, so beautiful. And as soon as Sugriva came to Rama, and then Rama was delighted to see Sugriva, and then because Sugriva is going to arrange for searching of Sita Mata. So now, as soon as Rama sees Sugriva with all his army there behind, and
Okay.
Rama was a bit happy that search is going to start.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. That's why I want to ask you. That's why. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay. Any other comments, Asha Mataji?
Yes. Sorry, Prabhu. I just joined. I couldn't sleep the whole night. I was coughing. Yeah. So sorry, Prabhu.
Okay, no worries, Mataji. But you wanted to read one page, Mataji, please?
Okay.
Okay, from here, Mataji.
Rama and Sugriva discuss for some time, planning how to make their search. Sugriva then left to meet with his emissaries who were returning with troops they had gathered. As millions of fierce monkey warriors came to Kishkinda, the earth vibrated. A massive dust cloud rose up and veiled the sun. The trees shook, sending down showers of leaves and blossoms. The entire region for miles around became thick, thickly populated by monkeys who looked like mountains. Some were golden hued like rising sun, some were as red as copper, and some blue as the sky. Others were as white as the moon, and still others as blackish as thunderclouds. All of them, like great mountain lions, had frightening teeth and claws. The, the troop leaders approached Sugriva and asked for his command. Sugriva took all of them and went again into Rama's presence. One by one, he introduced the Vanara chiefs, and they all bowed low at Rama's feet. Sugriva concluded, "These warriors are righteous, brave, and powerful. They can move on land, water, and through the air. They have conquered fatigue and famous for their exploits. All of them have arrived bringing thousands and millions of followers. O Rama, these Vanaras are ready to do your bidding. Please give your command." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So again, we see these monkeys are not ordinary monkeys. They can change their forms. They can move on the land, water, through the air. I mean, whenever there was conversations between Hanuman and Arjuna in the Mahabharata, so and Arjuna was saying, I would have constructed a bridge with arrows where Rama has put so many of the stones with help of monkeys. Then Hanuman was explaining, these monkeys are not ordinary monkeys, they are very powerful monkeys. So he glorifies all the monkeys, they're Vanaras. They're not ordinary, they're very gigantic, very big and powerful. Okay, those things we can see here from the Sugriva's words. Righteous, brave, powerful, they can move on land, water, and through the air. They have conquered fatigue and all those stuff. Okay, so it's a very beautiful thing. Okay, now they're all armies now arranged. They're all at the command of Ramachandra. Okay, so with that one, we shall
Hare
start.
Krishna. Prabhuji, here, I mean, that last sentence as well, it looks like everybody's now coming for to help Ram, to do service for Ram. And then when we do something for the Lord, then we know that we are going to get protection from the Lord as well. And he's going to like look after. So after all the Vanas in this case. So the thing is that we need to surrender ourselves to the Lord. It looks like that, now he's got like thousands and millions, in fact, of all the Vanaras coming and doing the service for Ram. So, and they will be protected one way or the other.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mataji. So whatever we have got little bit of energy, engage in the service of the Lord. Then Swalpamapyas dharmasya rayate mahto bhayat. Okay, so
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
yes, Mataji.
One of my colleague from my workplace, she said she had her sister had a son a couple of weeks ago, and they named him as Ravana. And since I heard that, I am having chest pain. She said, "Oh, he was a great warrior, Tamil king, so we have to name after him." So the baby's name is Ravana.
Yes.
I don't even understand why they still naming him like after all this happened.
So because of their, ignorance.
Yeah,
So,
I don't want to tell anything, probably, because I got really shocked. I'm still in shock, so I didn't want to tell anything. I just kept quiet.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Because every living entity, the name forms, they are all given um, according to their consciousness.
I still read, yeah. I still regret that I didn't name my sons for like Ram and Lakshman. It was too late for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They don't understand probably. And I don't want to even try to explain to them because she is in a different mood.
Yes, Mataji.
Maybe they don't know the story of Ram, do you think, on Ravan?
Yes, Madaji. I tried to explain some other ladies in my workplace. They got upset with me.
Yeah.
So they really don't even talk to me these days.
And also nowadays, the generation, they want unique type of names where
Yeah, but unique, there are so many other unique names in the world.
Yes. But I think they are, like Prabhuji says, very ignorant. I don't think
Yes.
they know.
Yeah, but she very proudly she announced. So my nephew's name is Ravana.
Would you like to read this translation of that word, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. The living entities are parts and parcels of the Lord. They are of two varieties, namely Nitya Mukta and Nitya Bhatta. The Nitya Muktas are eternally liberated souls and they are eternally engaged in the reciprocation of transcendental loving service with the Lord in his eternal abode beyond the manifested mundane creations. But the Nitya Bhakta, or eternally conditioned souls, are entrusted to his external energy, Maya, for his rectification of their rebellious attitude towards the Supreme Father. Nitya Bhaktas are eternally forgetful of their relation with the Lord as part and parcels. They are bewildered by the illusory energy as products of matter, and thus they are very busy in making plans in the material world for becoming happy. They go on merely with plans, but by the will of the Lord, both the plan makers and the plans are annihilated at the end of the certain period. As above, as above mentioned. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 9.7 as follows: O son of Kundi, at the end of the millennium, all the living entities merge into my nature, and again, when the time of creation is ripe, I begin creation by the agency of my external energy.
Mataji,
The
let me just say here, there is a names and forms. They are also given to the people, living entities, when they're taking birth. Okay, so you made this paragraph, Mataji, please. Actually,
Actually, the spiritual spark living entities have no material names or forms. But in order to fulfill their desire to lord it over the material energy of material forms and names, they are given a chance for such false enjoyment. And at the same time, they are given a chance to understand the real position through the revealed scriptures. The foolish and forgetful living being is always busy with false form and false names. Modern nationalism is the culmination of such false names and false forms. Men are mad after false name and form. The form or body obtained under certain conditions is taken up as a factual, and the name is also taken bewilders the conditioned soul into misusing the energy in the name of so many isms. The scriptures, however, supply the clue for understanding the real position, but men are reluctant to take the lessons from the scriptures created by the Lord for different places and times. For example, the Bhagavad Gita is the guiding principle for all human beings. But by the spell of material energy, they do not take care to carry out the programs of life in terms of Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavatam is the postgraduate study of knowledge for one who has thoroughly understood the principles of the Bhagavad Gita. Unfortunately, people have no taste for them, and therefore they are under the clutches of Maya for repetition of birth and death. Hare Krishna. And some of my friend children's name were Maya as well.
Yes, so here the Prabhupada mentions here the form of the body under certain circumstances, conditions taken up a factual and name also bewilders conditioned soul into misusing energy of the name of so many isms. So these are all false because actually the soul it does not have uh, any particular nature, but its nature is Sat Chit Ananda in the spiritual world. But herein, because of its desires and so many of false conceptions, desires, everything is of materialistic desires, dominating over material nature. Then it will take a particular name and a form. So in the here this Kauravendra Purasinam, Sayo Bhuyo Nijivir Choitam Swajiva Mayam Prakritim Sisrukshatim. अनाम रूपात्मनि रूपनामनि विदित समानो अनुससार शास्त्रकृत. They get the name and forms according to Shastrakrit. So here it is mentioned the personality of Godhead, again desiring to give names and forms to his parts and parcels, the living entities placed them under the guidance of material nature. By his own potency, material nature is empowered to recreate. So this is Vidhisamano Anusasara Shastra Kuru, the compiler of revealed scriptures according to that. Sometimes one may be different names are given, we might be saying in this method. It is Anusasara Shastra Kuru. Knowingly or unknowingly it may become, but actually it reflects the soul, what it means. If nothing happens, just like accident. Of course, if our people who doesn't understand the nature of this material world or the plan of the Supreme Personality, they think that I am doer, but actually it is based on the consciousness and based on the living entity's position. Those names are also given. Names have got, it is not simply mother and father are giving some names just accidentally. Even though it appears that accidentally, it actually reflects the nature of the soul.
Prabhuji, but the names are chosen by the through the horoscope, isn't it? You are given some letters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people they just put it without.
Yes. Yeah. Nowadays they don't even do that. Yes. They just like a name and they just pick it out of random and. Well, you say it's not random, but yeah.
Yes, Mataji. So the material names, they are of material world. That's why in the Vaishnava, so this one, Tasya Nama Karanam, Vaishnavam Iha Uchyate. So giving the name, spiritual name. Otherwise, still he will be in the bodily concept of it. This is Vaishnava philosophy as well. And that name, it also reflects the qualities of a person. Very beautiful Mataji, Asha Mataji, bringing that one. Hope you understand.
Yes, Asha Mataji, that was really nice. Glad to learn something new today as well.
Yes, sorry. Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, go on, Mataji.
No, just I like to add that yes, that we don't who knows about the Ramayana or some like Ramayana, Mahabharat or scriptures, they don't name on like even Koiki, because the name of Koiki, Ravana and Kamsa, like that name, they don't never give. So, but in fact, all Kamsa, Ravana, it was the pastime. They are also great soul, but to show the potency of God, Lord, they did like performance in this world. But they are great soul also, but still people don't name on their name. And another point that about the like Rama, all monkeys, why they were not ordinary, because it is also mentioned, it predicted that when Lord Ram will come, like Lord always comes with Sangha Panga Parshada. So they are also Parshada of Bhagavan Ram, Lord Ram. So they are. That is why they are not ordinary, because they came from spiritual world, isn't it, Prabhuji? Please add.
Yes, Mataji. So that is right.
Yeah.
And in this one of the Vanara, I think Balarama has killed him. What is that Vanara?
Put the name.
So actually, he is the servant of Ramchandra in the Ramayana. He did a great service, but
That is why he promised that when I will come next time, all Vanoraus will be my Parshada. Is it like that?
Actually, these demigods, he instructed demigods, you go and take with your potency up, with your expansions, so take birth in the Vanaras.
Okay. Yes.
And also, whenever Balarama has killed that Vanara, whenever Balarama is performing this Rasa dance with all the gopis in the Vrindavan time, so he was disturbing that monkey. But actually, his servant, after Balarama killed him, he was liberated. He has joined back Rama's pastimes. Though
Okay.
he has fallen down from his position due to the association of those demonic people in this age of Dwaraka period. But actually, after Balrama killed him, he was liberated and joined back in the Rama's abode. That's what Prabhupada has mentioned.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Asha Mataji, you were mentioning something, Mataji? Asha Mataji?
Sorry, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu. Did you call me?
Yes, Mataji. So I think you were speaking something, Mataji.
No, some people, they name their children as Maya, which is no good, Prabhu, isn't it? Which is no good name either.
Yes, Mataji, that's right. It is not good. And sometimes Prabhupada was describing one mother has got a child who is blind. At the time, in order to give the pleasure to the child, mother has named his Padmalochana, but he is blind. So Prabhupada was explaining, so mothers give the names like that for the pleasure of the children. They wanted to call him like that.
Or reconciliation, because for a mother it's very difficult to accept her child has like is blind, so that's why maybe. And yeah, you are right that it is due to ignorance. We don't know about, we don't have knowledge of like spiritual knowledge. That's why. And they in our country, in India, okay, maybe, but in Bangladesh also, we are like we don't read the scriptures. That is the main like issue of being like only we follow some culture ritual and whatever we are doing from that like Sriti Shruti. So from that conception we heard this is like we abide, it became rules and like some culture tradition. So that's why, but they don't read the scriptures. We are so fortunate that we come to the contact of Krishna consciousness. That is why we are reading little bit. Otherwise, we didn't have any scriptural knowledge. So this is very important. That's why people are doing whatever they want. And Maya in material, according to material meaning, Maya who has kindness, who is so merciful like that. So in Bangladesh also lot of whether for mostly for Hindu religion, Hindu family, they name on like Maya, but they we didn't know also before coming to the Krishna consciousness that Maya has another meaning, that it is illusion. So but we thought that it's a very beautiful name, Maya, who has like good quality, good looking, good like kindness, mostly kindness, the meaning of Bengali meaning of Maya, but that has also spiritual.
Yes.
Yes.
The
So
beauty bewildered.
totally different. Yes. Now, if we explain to the people, they don't like to accept this meaning. So what to do?
Thank you, Mataj. Yes, here one the Baladeva, this is a Dvivida gorilla. So this Dvivida, he participated in Rama's event. Here Prabhupada gives, he was liberated later on. He joined back to Rama's pastimes after having killed Dvivida. Baladeva set off for Dwaraka demigod stages. Okay, so it where Prabhupada describes this Dvivida gorilla joined again Lord Rama's abode. Ayodhya, I think. Is that Ayodhya? So here it is mentioned, Jiva Goswami, although Dvida was an associate of Lord Ramchandra's, he later became corrupted by bad association with the demon Naraka, as stated here. And because he disrespected Lord Ramchandra's brother Lakshmana and others. So during the time, by reaction for an offense Dvida had committed when being the offended, he disrespected Lord Ramchandra's brother Lakshmana. And those who worship Lord Ramchandra sometimes chant hymns addressed to Mainda and Dvivida, who are attendants of deities of Lord according to Srila Jiva Goswami. Mainda and Dvivida mentioned in this verse are empowered expansions, these deities who are residents of Ramchandra's Vaikuntha domain. And here, Vishwanath Chakru Thakur concurs with Srila Jiva Goswami's view that Dvivida was ruined by bad association, which was punishment for his having disrespected Sriman Lakshmana. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti states, however, minor Dvivida mentioned are actually the eternal liberated devotees addressed as the attendant deities during the worship of Lord Ramchandra. Lord arranged the degradation, he says, to show the evil of bad association that results from offending great personalities. Thus, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti compares the fall of Dvivida and Mainda of that of Jaya and Vijaya.
Well, thank you, Prabhuji, for this.
They are the liberated devotees of Ramachandra. But here is how they can be taken back to the spiritual world.
Prabhuji, is there another story about Narad Muni as well in any of the Puranas where he was given the face of a monkey and because he asked the Lord to make him beautiful, or he was going to a Swayamvar or something.
Yes, Mataji, it comes, I think, a different Purana name, I don't remember exact Purana, where Narada Muni was thinking that
Yes.
I'm the great devotee, I have conquered lust, anger, and greed.
Yes.
And then he goes to Lord Shiva, and then he mentions that about his achievements. And then Lord Shiva, he smiles internally, and then, okay, that is great and appreciates. But here, one does not show all those things. If he's really achieved those things, it will be with him. No need to tell and exhibit something and being proud of it. But in order to curb that proud, Lord arranges this is kind of a illusory thing to Narada Muni as well. It is
Yes, and then was Narad Muni then says that you have tricked me by giving me this, and now you will have to take the help of the monkeys in later on, something like that.
yes, yes. But actually, that whole thing, it is illusory story.
Yeah.
Illusion created in and around Narada Muni that
Yes.
he so he will be bewildered. Later on, he says to Lord, and then once he curses the Lord, Lord says that, "Oh Narada, you are my devotee. You be like that. Why you fall down into this again, these clutches of getting attracted towards women?" So, like when Lord manifests very beautiful pastime. Yes, Mataji. Anything else, Mataji?
I don't know whether I should. It's a personal account actually about naming. My son, when he was born, because he came late in my life, and when he was born, he was given the letters V, and I've forgotten which one goes with V. I've forgotten now, but both my husband and I, we couldn't agree on any name at all. We just couldn't agree. What he liked, I didn't like, and what I liked, he didn't like, and nothing also. I don't know. We just couldn't agree. And then the time was ticking by. You have to do that naming within that certain day, 6th day, whatever. And so my husband then, he's not into Krishna consciousness, but he got Bhagavatam, a set of Bhagavatam, like God knows, 30 years ago. And so he opened one, I don't know which canto it was. He opened one book, and he was just quickly going through just to see if he could get any inspiration. And he came across the word Vishwaroop. So we named our son Vishwa from there. And the people and the quality, because you were saying about the qualities as well, how they match the name. And the Sita Sundari Mataji wasn't here, but none of the other devotees. Hemlata Mataji was there, and Meena Mataji and the Mata. They all commented, even to this day as well. They still, whenever they talk to me, they said, "Your son is so good, so nice. He was so respectful. He looked after us so well. So he's got such good qualities. He's just not into Krishna consciousness yet, but yeah, he's got all that." But I just thought when you were talking about the names, I was just thinking how we came to his naming his name. Yeah, thank you.
But Tataji, he came due to his name, Prabhuji at least like opened the Bhagavatam. That is also very auspicious.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
glad
see?
as well that he opened that, and we both agreed on that. As soon as he said that name, it was like, yes, okay, we like that name.
So he came with his like Krishna consciousness. He brought Krishna consciousness in your family. So that is
Yes, yes.
yeah.
And I think Prabhuji says as well, if there is a time, so they will all come in their own time. I mean, he comes on Janmashtami to help me. He always comes on Janmashtami, my son. But yeah.
Very good. Very well.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Again, Sita Sundari Mataji's children. So very beautiful children as well. Sort of a person who achieved the perfection of him.
Sorry, Mataji, what's your Prabhuji? What name did you say? Sardo.
Sardak.
Sardak. Oh, Sadhak.
Sardak.
Sarthak means perfect or something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Sarthok.
Ah, okay, okay. And the daughter?
Shashwati. How do you pronounce Shashwat?
Shashwati.
Shashwati.
Yes.
Oh, so nice. Yeah, my daughter is Shivani.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you so much, Mother. Very beautiful. Also, they all have got it, as Prabhupada mentions in the purport. Okay. Okay, that is from Ramayana, and very beautiful pastimes we have gone through. You're all happy, dear devotees. We shall conclude our session for tonight. Sorry, not tonight, for now, and then Hare Krishna conscious day, everyone.
Hare Krishna. Say Hari Bol Prabhu.
परितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
जय माता जी की।
Hari Bol to Prabhu.
आशा माता जी की। To everyone, Gauri Mata ji. Hari Bol to everyone. Thank you so much.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Shall we continue with the Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare